All right, hello, welcome to Andy
Hey.
versus Zoast.
Hello, everyone. I am Lack Attack.
I'm Ivan. Should be a really good match today. They're both very skilled in both the games, so should be pretty good.
Yeah, it's really cool to see like two of the people that are probably on top of their game, their individual game, and then and just kind of see that combined into this combo.
Yeah, absolutely. Andy's obviously very well versed in like the past and Zoast. The same with Super Metroid, but they are also both fairly skilled in the other's quote unquote main game. I believe Zoast has 126 and no major glitches for Link to the Past, and Andy's been pushing his Super Metroid time down pretty well recently. So
All right, and get our first crystal checks. It looks like Desert was normal crystal, and the other two were pendants.
ooh, Zoast getting the bomb pull from the tree. It's really nice to get early on. Not gonna have to worry about buying bombs in Kakariko.
I'm getting the RMTP up, so give me a second.
Yeah, sure. So it looks like we're gonna have a fairly standard opening from both players here. Yeah, with the combo randomizer, you have the option to either stick with Super Metroid and check two items that you can possibly get, only ones in logic at the start of the game. So most players will just head into Link to the Past, do all their early game checks, just because there's so many. Yeah, it looks like we're both going to be heading through Lost Woods and heading to Kakariko afterwards. And already picking up power bombs in the Lost Woods is really nice. Power bombs and super missiles are something you definitely want to see early on before actually heading into Super Metroid Morphball or anything.
Do you kind of follow the standard route at the beginning of like, checking the close things to Link's house, and then
Yeah, I think me and Andy do pretty similar routes. We'll do check the island and then go Link's house to the uncle and then Lost Woods into Kakariko. It's I don't know. I don't really like to vary it too much.
Yeah, I really like to be consistent with how I attack each seed, unless I get, like, even just at the beginning of Link to the Past, unless I get like a morph ball right away. I think I do the same thing, and I kind of watch these two a lot for how to play these, or just some tips on like general movement and routing.
Well, we can already see with Zeus getting that bomb pull from the tree, giving him gonna give him a little advantage here in Kakariko, not having to farm for these bombs like Andy's about to. But I believe Andy did pull a glove from the bar, and I think Zeus pulled a moon pearl from the back of Blind's house. So early on, we're already close to Dark World access just from Kakariko.
I never knew that you could farm bombs in this back house.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah. There's a bush
big
there too. I think there's two bushes there that have a 50-50 chance to drop a bomb. And then if you get it, you just drop a bomb in front of it, and there's 4 bombs in there every time you go in. It's looking like that's most of what we're going to be getting from Kakariko, so have to head elsewhere for anything else. And so it's going to opt to... Oh, well, since he bought the bottle vendor item, he's going to have to farm these as well. It's still going to be really nice, because Andy, if he wants to buy that bottle vendor item, he's going to have to farm some more rupees here. After Blind's house, just head back in and get 30 more.
All right, we finally got the live stream up. We're actually watching now. So we've made progress. So
Okay, and Andy is going to head back in and get $5 more to buy his bottle vendor item. You really... It's always a pain being short on money here. You never want to just leave the bottle vendor, come back later.
yeah, it seems every time that I leave it, it's always something important.
Zoast actually going to just opt to straight up do the race game, not check what it is first.
Yeah, I wrestle with that too. Like, if I haven't really found anything, I might just go ahead and do it if I've got extra bombs. But
Yeah. I don't know. I usually just check what it is, but I have been burned a couple times in the past.
it's gonna be one of the last checks here in like Northern Hyrule, unless they decide to go to Death Mountain in the dark.
Yeah, with the glove they could sequence break up Death Mountain. It's definitely not a terrible idea, even just to get the warp.
Yeah,
also
the
check
warp is. Yeah.
that high jump E-tank as well.
How likely are you to sequence break when you were doing these on normal logic?
Fairly likely. I think in most of the races I've just sequence broke up Death Mountain and done a lot of rooms in the dark in general.
Oh, I know from experience. The main question Ivan always asks after we race is, "Did you find the lamp?"
Looks like they're both going to be sticking to the early stuff. Both heading down to South Shore, probably to Ice Rod Cave after that. And with Moon Pearl, we could see a potential sequence break into the Waterfall by Zora. I would think they wouldn't be doing that, especially since they don't have the money to pay Zora, but it is an option for them.
Yeah, really good bombs there by Andy. Just getting them to group up, only using 3 as he finds the hammer.
Yeah, and that's
And a sword.
really, really early Dark World access already. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's going to open up Hyrule a lot. So yeah, now you're faced with all kinds of decisions because of that, the hammer find there. I mean, you really don't have to go into Super Metroid at all, even though, I mean, you could, but you don't. There's so many options now.
Yeah, Dark World access just opens up so much stuff.
Nothing in the long walk to Agina's cave.
And having Eastern be a pendant, I would not be surprised if Andy decided just to skip the Eastern area entirely until later. Just head straight into the Dark World now.
Yeah, they still have escape, but I guess that's probably too long of a for 3 or 4 items. Whereas if you get Dark World, you could get, 12 in Thieves Town area.
Yeah. And they are able to fully clear Thieves Town at this point with the hammer pickup. It looks like Zoast is going to head over to Eastern, so we'll see if any progression is found over there. If not, he'll likely head to South Shore pretty soon. There's not a whole lot of places he has left to go, so.
So we got red crystals in Skull Woods and Turtle Rock, and the third pendant is in Thieves Town.
Of course it's Thieves Town. It's always Thieves Town.
Always.
It's never
Thieves
a crystal. That was a pretty terrible hype cave.
Yeah, that's unfortunate not to get any real progression, there at all. I really struggle with the Eastern play if I don't have if I'm looking for progression and it's a pendant. As Zandy finds the morph ball at the Stump Kid.
Stumpy.
So he still has a lot of checks over here that he can do. Well, he has I guess digging game.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Because he still has most of the Northern Dark World to look through. He could also head over to the Eastern Dark World towards Pod, Pyramid, and Catfish, or he could just head straight into Super Metroid. Seeds like this that just open up completely to start a really, really difficult to route, I think. Because he could just head straight into Super Metroid right now, but Speed Booster or other, other good progression items for Super Metroid could just be hiding in reachable locations in A Link to the Past right now. Looks like he is going to head over to Village of Outcasts.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's found power bombs, has he?
They have, yeah.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, there was some in Lost Woods.
Gotcha. Yeah, the number of power bombs can really make a difference if you get early morph, or you get morph and then you're wanting to go to Super Metroid but don't have morph bombs.
It looks like he's actually going to sequence break up to Death Mountain first. Or go check the Aghanim Ledge. Never mind.
Come on, man. You can't read Andy's mind yet?
Oh, and Zoast actually pulled a sword from Eastern Palace, so he'll have to Master Sword soon here when he goes to South Shore.
Yeah, and especially with early Dark World access, getting that sword upgrade really helps. Even though you have the hammer, just having that Master Sword can really speed some things up or make them impossible. I think I tried to fight Mothula with Fighter Sword. Did not go well.
And something interesting to note about what Andy's doing here. Breaking up Death Mountain like this is never in logic without the lamp. But since he has the Morph Ball, he has access through Super Metroid to get into Norfair to come out of the warp on Death Mountain. So this is still technically illogic, other than rescuing the old man and getting bombos.
Yeah, needing medallions to get into Mire and Turtle Rock, both pinned in the crystal dungeons. It's nice to get one early, even if you don't know what it is. Just I always think of that whenever those are crystal dungeons. That okay, where are those medallions? You know, yeah, not much here in Death Mountain.
Got our first look into Super Metroid.
Oh wow, man, Titan's Mitt.
Holy cow!
So Morph was not even needed for Titan's Mitt. So
no, that's nuts. Looks like Zoast is going to be following suit into Hype Cave and probably Southern Dark World stuff after that, so he'll have his Morph Ball soon as well. Yeah, that's actually most of A Link to the Past accessible at this point. We'd still be looking for either the mirror or the hook shot to get to Eastern Death Mountain. And I guess the flute to get into the Mire area, since we don't have various suit for a lava dive of any kind.
yeah, really the difference so far in the two players is just Zeus going to check Eastern Palace area. Other than that, they've pretty much done the same thing.
So we'll see if Zeus decides to head straight into Super Metroid and what he wants to clear out first. He may opt to do the criteria to Brinstar route. I wonder if Kraid's gonna stand up today. Andy! Andy!
Oh, come on. I can't really say anything.
I can.
You can definitely say stuff for both of us. He's getting mad. All right.
Gosh darn it, Andy.
And what does he give us? The mushrooms, so another check. So yeah, Zeus is opting to go through criteria. So we don't have a route divergence, and looks like he's going to check Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, yeah. The mushroom's interesting. So obviously you can turn the mushroom into the potion shop to see what it gives you. But you can also wait for the red cane to show up and do fake powder with it to check the magic bat without actually having to have powder, which is something I really like to do. Oh, and Charge Beam found in crates are very nice. So we may see Andy do at some point is come back to A Link to the Past, warp to Sanctuary, walk over to the potion shop, and see if the mushroom gives anything. And if it doesn't, he may just reset and then just go through Brinstar in Super Metroid. Because knowing that the mushroom gives you nothing and being able to keep it for a potential fake powder is really nice to do.
All right, so we got the book in the back of Gauntlet.
And look, the mirror at the top of Gauntlet too.
Yeah. So it looks like Andy's also going to go for Gauntlet, so not much of an advantage there for Zoast finding that.
Mm-hmm.
It's always cool, like you watch one person get like a great item, and then you sit there and ask yourself, is player 2 going to also check this now, or are they going to find this in an hour?
Right, yeah.
And Andy wasting no time and ruining that, finding it 10 seconds later. I've seen so many people die in this area without Varia, just not knowing how to navigate the lava here without any suits.
Ooh, Zoast found the best item in the game. Best friend, the spring ball. It's actually really, really nice to have if you don't have morph ball bombs, just because you're not going to have to waste a bunch of power bombs to bomb yourself up places. And a third sword already. Holy cow. Yeah, spring ball, obviously, besides being the best item in the game, arguably for trick purposes, it's just very convenient to have when you have morph ball bombs.
It was really good that he didn't fall into that pit where the tempered sword is and get stuck, because that was his last power bomb.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to get down here and refill.
That would have been unfortunate.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised he didn't decide to farm in the Beatom room once more before coming down here. It's going to be a little low on power bombs at this point. He may go into the Firefly room to the left once he gets out of this area and just fill up really quick. You want to be really careful with your power bomb management and going through early Brinstar. It requires a lot of power bombs to get through if you don't have morph ball bombs. And it looks like he is going to farm a couple in here.
Yeah, ammo management is really key when you don't have those morph ball bombs like you're talking about, because you can get stuck farming them. There really aren't. There's a couple rooms in Brinstar to get them, but there's a lot of enemies with low percentage drops, and I usually spend a lot of time So there's Andy having to use his last power bomb, and that's going to keep him from checking the
so he'll have
the bottom of the Edokuns there
to go on the Firefly room here and a couple beforehand.
Yeah, just a small time loss, but unfortunate that had to happen.
Some of these rooms in Brinstar here, they got to be really careful. These side hoppers, the big side hoppers here, do 80 damage with no suits on. Luckily, they picked up a couple E-tanks, but you're gonna have some seeds where you really don't find much health for Super Metroid. You're still coming through here, want to check everything. It's very easy to die to these if you're not being careful. And like Andy now, taking a bunch of damage boosts from those spikes. Those spikes also do a bunch of damage from those suits on. Now he's down to just 65 health. He's gonna have to be really careful around those side hoppers.
Yeah, he may go a different route or just check the items in a different order, unless he gets a couple health drops here.
Really nice wave get skipped by Zoast there. Oh, and he's rewarded with the bow. So Zoast saw that the wave beam was on the desert ledge earlier, and he does have the book, so he knows that that bow is now in logic. So that's a good thing to know. Yeah, you want those power bombs.
Yeah, not without regular bombs.
This early on, you definitely want to pick those up.
We thought about it.
So with 8 here, I believe he's gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, yeah, 8 should be perfect for him to be able to at least check everything in Retro Brimstone criteria on the way up to the ship.
Finding a grapple there puts... Well, I guess we had Spring Ball already, so it's going to say puts the wrecked ship in play. But
Yeah.
we already had that. I think what's great about these two runners is that they don't make many movement mistakes in their well, especially in their primary game, but
Absolutely,
really
yeah.
just in general. I mean, they're gaining, 10, 20 seconds on someone like me who plays, and just hasn't spent the time that these guys have.
Right, yeah.
Just moving, not even like, I don't even have to move optimally, but just not making like getting hit by an enemy, like knowing how they're going to move through the room, just exactly where to jump. I mean, that stuff, it just adds up so much, and that's what makes these guys so good.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Andy is probably farming a couple supers here, just in case he doesn't get the wave get skip on first couple tries. These bugs really don't have a great chance to drop supers. We got a couple lucky ones there, but it's always rough having to farm there early on. Looks like Zoast is actually gonna skip. Oh wait, I may have miscounted power bombs. Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, so he's gonna skip checking the criteria supers here. It's something that's probably gonna eat at the back of his mind. Later on, if he ever does find speed, like, oh, I still have that to go check out. He'd be one power bomb short of being able to check that, and this last missile in the game here. The mitts are in the high jump area. Andy sequence broke up Death Mountain and warped the Norfair from there. Ooh.
Oh, that's a nice find. Finding Ice Beam at the bomb trees, though. So yeah, sure we'll see Zoast. You think he'll go... Is it better to go Red Tower or Wreck Ship now?
It's debatable. There's always the worry of having the speed locked item in Wreck Ship be obviously unattainable without speed, and going there without speed, you're always worried about it possibly requiring speed to get something good that's there. I wouldn't be surprised if he did go to Wreck Ship, and I wouldn't be surprised if he skipped it completely. So it looks like he is just going to head back to Red Tower. So Wreck Ship is also, I don't know, it's, at least for me personally, it almost never has anything decent in it. It's it's slow without speed, and there's almost never anything in it. So I don't blame him for skipping it here. I would not be surprised if Andy did the same thing either.
The last seed that I did had gravity in the water down below when you
Oh wow!
enter wreck ship, and then after you or the missiles in the maze where it was Varia.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was my last tournament race. But yeah, other than that one time, it's usually nothing. Yeah, lots of super missiles. Pretty much watching. Let's see if Andy checks. I guess he's not going to check it because he'll be short on power bombs here. Yeah, it's so hard when you don't have speed because it's a pretty big time loss to just go see what it is.
Yeah.
For it not to be anything.
And this is why it's just super important to keep track of your power bomb count without morph ball bombs coming through Brinstar like this, because it just really sucks to leave that. But
oh, Andy. Well, it's
nice.
not the worst, but
lucky you had two there, but
yeah. Zoast without the grapple, or with the grapple, still taking the damage boost.
Yeah, some really nice deboost there. That room is possible to do without grapple or space jump. With the deboost you saw there. So very difficult to do though.
That was a really nice power bomb grab with the grapple there. As he was falling, the beam goes right across the bottom. This is so cool to watch. Alright, and see what Andy does here. Since he does have grapple, is he going to go over to wreck ship area? But especially, he's already beaten Kraid. He still has red tower items.
Yeah, since he's already been down here to Kraid and Norfair, I would not be surprised if he actually went to wreck ship, just because red tower is all he has left, basically. But I guess he's not going to.
He is.
There's also still a bunch of Dark World stuff that they have to do.
Yeah.
That could be something to think about as well. And I don't believe Andy is aware that his boat is actually in logic. He did not go over to the desert and see that the wave was on the ledge there. But I doubt that would stop him from using it to not actually sequence break anything.
He may... wonder if he'll reset here. Without finding anything, because he saved at the ship. No. Guess not. I know if that would be... Well, he did get ice. Well, no, that was before he saved. So, yeah, I was just wondering if he would opt to just go back to the ship and go back to Link to the Past through Criteria. Looks like he'll fall down Red Tower and check Spazer and...
Yeah, he's still got Spazer and X-Ray to check.
Yeah, probably go back to Link to the Past after that, I would assume. Yeah, Zoast coming through without the Kraid stand-up At least one of the guys did. So he's the clear favorite. Clear favorite to win right now. I've never seen this way of going across the grapple. That's pretty cool. I'm learning all kinds of stuff.
So he's picking up his Titan mitts, and at this point, besides Andy checking Spazer, which he will do momentarily, I believe you're basically even on what both players have looked at, besides Zoast having the extra stored from Eastern Palace. Oh, and he hasn't been to Death Mountain, but he'll be there shortly, so. Gonna get his bombos from the old man. Or he'll block the entrance.
It's just horrible.
Dead Rock's a terrible man.
So at this point, are you, like Ivan as a runner, would you continue to check overworld items, or would you just go to dungeons and hope to get stuff in there with Tempered and Titan's Mitt and Mirror and Bow? What's your play here? Do you pass, and maybe not pass up stuff, but not go out of the way and just check pendant?
Probably start dungeon diving. Even though Bombos is not in Logic, that does open up Ice Palace, and I believe they have the ability to full clear it at this point. Probably not logically with no hook shot, but both of these players are capable of bomb jumping. So I would not be surprised if Ice is something we saw them do. Palace of Darkness as well is an option. I don't think either player has an issue with the Dark Rooms. Obviously, they can head up Death Mountain and go to East Death Mountain, which is probably what they're both going to do at this point. There are several checks over here on Death Mountain. I'm sure they want to get out of the way.
Yeah, and having the book here is really nice because Ether is so far out of the way if you come up here and do Hera before, although it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ice also is out of Logic without the flippers, but it's not difficult to fake flipper to it.
Now we leave Logic at the door here.
Andy is going to head into Hera, and I wouldn't be surprised if he finished it, since it is the green pendant, but we'll see. And he does have the opportunity to, since the big key is not fire locked. Ooh.
Man, Andy.
Yeah, that hurts. I did that
I wonder
last night too.
I wonder when the last time that happened to him.
Andy,
He's just giving up.
Yeah, I guess he's just gonna head somewhere else.
It was just an E-tank, but he is going to head back up there. Probably upset once he realizes he has the mirror.
Yeah, I'm not... I don't know if you forgot he had the mirror, or...
You just used it, man.
Have. Yeah, I don't know.
I do that too, though. I like playing this game, playing the randomizer. You forget kind of what items you have at the time, and you're used to saving and quitting early, so it's forgivable for me.
Yeah.
Maybe not for you, but that's cool.
It's also a really frustrating fall. Falling down both floors, having to start at the bottom of Hera. So yeah, it looks like he's just gonna skip the rest of Hera. And luckily for Zoast, the small key is locked in the basement, so there's no need to ever come back here. Ooh.
Varia up on the mountain there is lonely. What do you call that? Lonely mountain?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They do have access
Floating
to that,
island. Floating island.
Again, that's probably not in logic since it was in the gauntlet, and they shouldn't have logical access to that yet. But they can get it with their current item set.
And we'll get to see which medallion Turtle Rock requires for entry. And it is Quake. Tiazo's gonna go get that Varia. Can't get anything else without, or can't even hover because he doesn't have the boots.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely worth to get Varia here.
Yeah, so I guess, man, they have a bunch of stuff that's not even in logic yet. Because the man, this is crazy. Their mirror and book were both in Gauntlet, which they shouldn't be able to get to because those wall jumps aren't in logic to get up there. And the book would lead to the wave beam, which would give them access to the bow that they got from the wave gate in Brinstar. So the bow's not even in logic, and now the Varia suit's not going to be in logic because they shouldn't have the mirror. And it's just,
yeah.
Where is the piece of the puzzle that's going to put this all together?
Does high jump boots put Gauntlet in logic, or is it space jump or speed booster? Or?
Space jump will, I believe, bombs will, and speed booster should as well.
Okay. Yeah, I actually didn't know that the wall jumps there were out of logic.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they're so close. Just watching them go back and forth. I think the thing that Zoast has on him is that green pendant and just full clear Hera. But so close.
Yeah, and he does still have that one item in Hera left in the big chest. Oh, and the red cane in Upper Paradox Cave. I believe Zoast still has Super Bunny left. Yeah. Andy, maybe headed to Pod. And or Pyramid Catfish, but probably Pod.
Honestly, thought he would go to desert here. Check Bombo's statue. Finish desert. Check Meyer. You have lower Norfair access now with I guess you don't have bombs, so you can't get too far.
Yeah, I would assume that without the flute, he'd probably want to wait to do the purple chest with the Bombos tablet. Just because you don't, I mean, you'd have to walk down there anyway with
That's
the purple
true.
chest, so.
That's true.
Looks like Zoast's heading back into Super Metroid with the Autologic Barrier suit, so we'll see how how much farther logic we can get.
Oh, and he has ice, so he can freeze this guy. Or can you get up there without?
Oh, I think he's gonna spring ball jump.
Okay, spring ball jump.
Yeah, this is a really cool mechanic that I had no idea about until these combo randomizers were a thing. So if you take off spring ball and either just straight up jump or like midair morph and pause while you're still moving up as a ball, while you still have upward momentum, you turn spring ball back on at that point and then just hold jump out of the menu coming back to the game, and you'll get a free jump out of it in ball form.
Yeah, that's pretty useful. I also had not seen that.
And yeah, this is none of what Zoast is doing is in logic because he shouldn't even have various suits. So this is just, oh, I don't know, man. Really nice ball mountain climb there. Those are really hard wall jumps. Maybe Andy can put us back in logic with whatever is an escape. And there's the fire rod. That doesn't put us back in logic, but
I don't even know if it gets us any closer. Yeah, definitely a required item. It looks like he's going to get the Dark Cross out of the way without lamp.
Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad, especially with a sword. It's pretty easy to work your way around through here.
Mm-hmm. I guess the things in logic would be Thieves Town. Like, is that in the Skullwoods chests? Like, I was saying, like, what is in logic, or what would have been in logic right now?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
without like getting the out of logic items. Like
Thieves Town,
yeah.
Skullwoods should be. Not a whole lot else in the Dark World, really.
Yeah, just the one-off checks. Catfish, mushroom is one.
Some of pod is if they weren't key locked out or bow locked out, then a decent amount of pod's probably in logic. Is that our first bottle?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
But it's still not in logic.
Out of logic, yeah. Looks like Andy is going to head over to pod, and I would not be surprised if he full cleared this and even dipped into Eastern afterwards. Ooh, so really nice use of spring ball there by Zoast. Getting across those platforms without falling into the lava until about halfway through that room.
I'm really expecting to see like space ball or space jump or high jump boots to pop soon, just because.
Okay, and they are bow locked out of pod, so none of this is in logic either. There's gonna be like morph ball bombs on Zora or something. Something stupid.
Yeah, that's true. That is.
I,
Yeah.
or it's just over in the Town Skullwoods area. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't always have to assume the worst, right?
Yeah. Oh, and they do have the red cane now, so they can fake powder whenever we're turning in the mushroom, which is very nice.
Does fake powder consume the mushroom?
It does not, no.
Okay.
So he's heading back into Link to the Past. Let's see if he wants to do some Village of Outcast stuff for us.
I definitely feel like I would rather get a Village of Outcasts before doing House of Darkness without Lamp. Just without, I mean, there's so many checks over there. Skull Woods now with Fire Rod. So you can clear Skull Woods at this point.
Without having the Fire Rod, I don't blame him for not wanting to go to the Village of Outcast just because Thieves' Town is a pendant. And not really sure when he's going to end up going into Escape to get it at this point. There's just so much of the rest of this world to explore. It looks like he may actually be heading over that way though, so our first look into the village.
Maybe he'll get us back in logic, I believe. I can check the grove here as well.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Big find for Andy getting the boots. Just such a quality of life thing. And gives you a couple checks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because, that's true. That's maybe why another reason not to go to desert is that if you don't have the boots, you could be locked out.
And now if, actually, never mind. I don't know if I jump. Never mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would think we were going to say the same thing. This is something you would want to practice or do once before trying to do it in a race.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the harder dark rooms to navigate. This dark maze here.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a mystery item there. So that could have been something from Super Metroid. Some of the items in Super Metroid don't actually show up in dark rooms when you pull them from chests, so we won't actually know what that is, if it is a good Super Metroid item, until Andy heads back there and checks his menu.
Andy forget he has the boots. I think so.
Yeah, looks like it.
So we'll probably see
Oh,
Zoast do similar things here with
definitely forgotten he has the boots.
Yeah.
It's oh, he remembered.
Hey, he remembered.
Very nice there. There's an easy setup to this turtle room in the dark if you have the fire rod to light that lamp. I think I don't remember exactly what it is, but you smack one of the turtles and it gets it out of the way of that lamp there.
Oh, that was cool using the cane of Brian to get through the turtles there. I like that.
Mhm.
Nice fight there for
Really,
me.
really nice fight, yeah.
Alright. So we got our first crystal.
Oh, and the high jump boots. So now, man.
So the lamp has to be somewhere. It's got to be in Thieves Town, or it's got to be in one of those checks, I would think.
I don't know.
I think, right? Does lamp put pod in logic?
No, because they still need the bow. But they don't have access to
No.
desert to get the wave beam to get the bow. But with the high jump boots, it gives Andy the opportunity to lava dive if he chooses to, which would give him access to mire and desert, mainly the mire area. And with the red cane, with just bombos, I would assume he'd put it off for a little bit. If he had bombos and another medallion, I wouldn't be surprised if he decided to go to the mire area through Lower Norfair. But just the 33% chance that you're going to be able to get in and clear it might not be the greatest right now. So. Zeus picks up his mystery item.
Is there an item that you're hoping for here?
In the dark chest there. That's the mystery.
Just either game. You're looking here for something. For an item. Like, what are you hoping to get here?
I mean, hook shot, speed booster, gravity suit. Flute would be nice, but
yeah, flute would be good. Oh wow! Oh, I guess you don't go through the portal. See, I'm learning all kinds of stuff with the bomb on the screen.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Just walk through that Dark World portal.
I'm sure Andy's kicking himself a little bit from deciding not to finish hair earlier, not being able to turn in that green penny right there, but it's not gonna hurt him too much.
So yeah, this is not in logic either. Since the boots were in the dark.
And some of this stuff is hard to keep track of. So they may be a little confused as to what is and isn't in logic for them right now.
Yeah, and I mean it really doesn't matter. You know, it's just
Yeah.
kind of the puzzle of the seed.
Yeah.
How the items are laid out. So
it could definitely it's beneficial to just know and keep track of what you're doing if it isn't in logic, and what you would actually need to be able to progress to be able to do these things. Because if it's something like, say Andy decided to go hover into the hookshot cave and pulled like gravity suit from there, you know you're not going to find the hookshot anywhere underwater after that.
Right. Yeah. It can eliminate possibilities for item locations for you. Oh, Andy losing his shield there. That was a pretty good snipe, to be honest. That was...
Man, I didn't know that actually, like, I thought those had been, like, made it so they couldn't actually take your shield in rando.
Oh, really?
I usually just take, like, a rupee or bomb from me. I hadn't taken a shield in a long time.
Yeah, I think they can only take... I don't know, can they only take the red shield, or can they take the blue shield, too?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm sure someone in chat will tell us. But...
So what happens if he picks up the last shield upgrade? Does he just get given the mirror shield?
Next shield pickup will still be mirror, according to chat.
Interesting.
Okay.
So just a little low on health here. Gotta be real careful in this fight.
I think his potion is a green potion. I'm not sure if he has a blue cane. He does have the cape, at least. If he did feel like he was in trouble.
Yes, I believe so. Oh, with tempered sword, he should be completely.
Oh, God!
Oh my lord!
Wow! The charge from Helma.
Good God!
Did not phase him at all, but he was hugging that wall for sure. As they both find SM items. So Andy locating screw attack from Mothula.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's another quality of life thing.
So he's not gonna have to do any of the rest of Skullwoods here either. And it looks like he's gonna go ahead and check the pedestal as well.
I'm going with money.
Aww.
Just love.
And this was very good item locations here for Andy and Skullwoods. Coming straight to the vanilla big key chest first. And pulling, I don't remember what out of there, but some item. And then having the last one on Moth, who's not actually having to check any more locations in here.
Yeah, that can be a big time sink as well. So Andy doesn't have the cape. He's gonna check here and find that it's just supers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be able to get mirror ledged. Still avoiding Village of Outcasts.
Fire Rod isn't logic. Having the Fire Rod to get Screw Attack isn't gonna do them any good at this point. In terms of the logic so far, so. Looking for any of the 3 items that enable Can Fly. Oh, it looks like Zoast is actually gonna go ahead and do the front of Escape Crew, so he'll pick up his Fire Rod. It's gonna be really good for him. I was wondering when he was gonna do this. Did Andy check Bonk Rocks?
He did. It was
Okay.
it was a heart.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's able to do all the checks here now in Village of Outcast. Having the mirror is also really nice if you want to return the frog instead of having to save and quit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, in terms of just routing this area out, it's seeming like a good thing that they put it out for so long. Going to be able to do, I believe, all of the village in one swoop here.
Here we go. Lamp and bombs right here.
It's gotta be.
It's got to be something.
It's gotta be either in Thieves Town or on Zora. I don't know what. I don't know what else it could. I can't think of anything else right now.
Well, let's see. Yeah, what can they do? Yeah, Zora.
Yeah, Andy doesn't have the bottle yet. He hasn't gone through Norfair. So you can't check Sick Kid yet, but I guess they. Yeah, they did have access to cat. Okay, so it could still be Catfish. That is not.
They haven't turned in the mushroom either.
That's true.
Did we see what Sasrilla had for green pendant?
Zoast did turn it in. I
Guess it
don't
was
believe there was anything.
inconsequential.
Yeah. Nice Hellway, Randy there. Always good to get the Hellway dash. Looks like Zoast is going to head up to Catfish here. And there's the Morph Ball bombs.
There it is.
Thieves Town. Everything makes sense now.
Yeah. Okay, now we can commentate without a hitch.
Ooh, and Zoast is actually turning in the mushroom here. He's not going to be able to fake powder if he decides to keep it turned in. Yeah, I guess high jump is lamp locked. Actually, the boots are lamp locked too. So boots and high jump are still out of logic, and possibly whatever else they got in the dark maze room. If that was anything for Super Metroid.
Man, Catfish having nothing, but we'll get to see Zora as well. The ledge is nothing, at least, so you don't have to worry about getting that later.
No, Screw Attack should be in Logic. Since Fire Rod is just in front of Escape.
Yeah.
Not that Screw Attack's gonna do anything for them progression-wise at this point, but...
So just bombs here in Thieves Town.
Yeah, so if Zoast decides to completely skip Thieves Town, that's going to be a nice time save for him.
Well, he would still need something, right? Like you would need either you would need Space Jump to get through parts of Lower Norfair, wouldn't you? Or do you once the high jump boots are
you
in?
don't need. Yeah, he shouldn't need anything. He can definitely springball jump out of the Screw Attack area.
Okay.
And the rest of the Lower Norfair, you can just use high jump for. Even you don't even need high jump for most of it, but. I am worried about the magic bat here. We'll see if Andy gets anything out of it, but that could be a disaster since those just turned into his mushroom already. Well, there's the powder.
There's the powder. So he won't actually lose too much time at all.
Foot in mouth. Okay.
Completely in logic, Magic Bat. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Oh no, the well, now that Andy has the bombs, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean they could still have done. They still had the mid, so he could have save and quit with the Smith.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll see if Zoast decides to go to. Looks like he's just gonna head towards the back of Skullwoods. It's gonna be good for him. We'll see if Sick Kid has much else too. Whenever Zoast does Village of Outcasts here, I'm sure he'll mirror for the Sick Kid check as well.
I gotta give the slight lead to Andy here. He's got 2 pendants. He's done several more checks, but he's got a couple things that may be in the back of his mind, like just not completing Hera and not getting the green pendant, even though he was so close. I mean, that could just be stuck in his mind. So Zoast has some more knowledge, but Andy has has several more items.
I'm not sure why Andy didn't stay in the Dark World and bring the chest down that way, because now he's not. Unless I just completely missed him doing the Bombos tablet before turning in the chest, which wouldn't make any sense, I guess. But
he came down here in Light World, so yeah, I'm not sure why he did that either.
Yeah, that's a little confusing.
See, this is our first look at Desert here. Nobody's been here yet, and we've already got one of the items in Super Missiles.
Yeah, and that wave beam is out on the ledge there, so see him pick that up whenever he goes to the back of Desert.
So Boots. So this was Boots locked. So the lamp is not here.
Yeah, and finishing Desert isn't in logic at this point. Zoast now with his screw attack as well.
Andy gonna opt to check the right side of the palace after beating Moldorm with only one item left.
Yeah, he's gonna have to beat Landmolus anyway. And if Landmo just has the other item, he's not gonna have to go back in for the right side of Desert Palace. So
yeah,
I like this routing decision.
So yeah, I would assume that Zoast would kind of follow Andy's footsteps here, going back through Village of Outcasts and collecting all those checks.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he goes into Thieves' Town or not. It'd be very beneficial for him to completely skip Thieves' Town, but I would not be surprised if he went.
Hoping that cape was going to pay off for him there. But... That'd have been an impressive one cycle there on the Landmos with his magic that he had. And he does pull the second item, so
yeah.
Desert is done.
Andy is starting to run out of convenient things to do at this point. They still can't get into Turtle Rock without Quake. They don't have access to Mire yet. Logically, they could Lava Dive and go through Lower Norfair to do it. Again, not in logic. And there's no guarantee they can even get into Mire at this point. Ice is still technically flipper locked, but they could decide to fake flipper into ice and full clear that. They can get through about half a swamp. It's really just...
Yeah, did Zoast check the waterfall of Wishing by Zora?
I don't believe either of them have, no. Because when he was up there,
yeah, they would have to
didn't
fake flipper
through. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, but with his bombs, Andy gonna go to the landing site here. I like this.
Yeah, and Rex Ship has been in logic this whole time with the grapple.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So I guess we haven't seen any of that. And
yeah.
Of course, since we talked it up of how it had nothing, it's going to have everything.
Of course.
Or at least the lamp. It's probably going to have the lamp. Or something that will lead to the lamp.
Andrew.
It's looking like me over here. It does get a little more intense as you get towards the top.
Just a simple rhythm, man.
Yeah.
Just a bottle. He has not turned in a bottle yet, though, so...
Yeah.
That's
Definitely
actually...
gonna pick that up.
And if the bottle is what leads to something, then that's something else that Zeus could potentially break by just turning his bottle into Sick Kid. But it looks like he is going to at least clear the first 4 in Thieves' Town. We'll see if he decides to delve deeper in afterwards. And looks like yes. So it is still very possible that Rex Ship has nothing. And if that bottle is the intended progression, and Zeus picks up, hook shot or flute from it, that could be pretty huge, because that would not, or still send him away from Rex Ship.
Andy, you gonna opt to use a grapple a second time through?
Yeah, some of these jumps are a little weird. You can't do full jumps for getting across some of those platforms, otherwise you bonk on the just before the grapple points there. You're gonna have to cut your jump short to make it across.
I think Zoast is happy that he continued through Thieves Town getting bombs.
Probably, yeah. Even if, I mean, that's all he's gonna find in there, and he's gonna know that it's probably not necessary to have them finish the seed. But they're still very nice to have, to not have to power bomb every time you want to bomb.
Yeah. So I've kind of picked up the Fantoon strategy of just like, I don't know the real strategy, but of just like hitting him with a couple missiles at a time so you don't make him phase out. Using like, so you use 2 and then 2 again, and then you kind of wait for him to charge. Could you explain that a little bit?
Yeah. So Dopplering, it's kind of weird. If it's easy to do if Fantoon's moving towards you. You can just hold the direction towards him and then just spam missiles. There still kind of needs to be a general rhythm to the missiles you're shooting. But so you do the first 2 shots and then the next 2 shots, and that will make him not leave the screen. And then the next shot after that will make him leave, but with the way his iframes work, you can, if you're firing missiles in a good rhythm, you can keep him like stun locked basically. It's actually possible to one around Fantoon that way, and some people have done it. It's very impressive to see, but you basically have to tap fire and the direction towards Fantoon at the same time in rhythm, like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, so 15 times, and then switch and shoot a super in that same rhythm.
Wow.
It's incredibly difficult to do.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But yeah, you basically just keep him stun locked like that. Yeah, we're gonna see what Sick Kid has here. Silver arrows.
That's silvers.
Okay.
I really don't find silvers to be all that helpful, except on the Ganon fight. Like, I've actually turned them off while playing just because of the lag they generate.
They're really nice for, I really like to have them for Vidi.
That is true, yeah. For boss fights, especially.
Yeah, there's a couple boss fights for Vidi, for Helmasaur, and Argus. They make them really trivial. Also, obviously, for Armos Knights, but I guess Landmalus as well. I believe that's... Yeah, they do help with boss fights for sure, but it's definitely not something that either of these runners are going to absolutely be looking for. But it's just a nice convenience to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
So this is about to be very happy.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a chuckle.
Uh-huh. Andy utilizing that save point in the wrecked ship main shaft here to go check that E-tank area and then just reset when he found out it was nothing. There's a couple points in these runs where that's something you might see them do. probably down by Crocomire as well. And actually, I believe Crocomire is now in Logic, since we do have access to the Wave Beam. Completely forgot about that, because Zoast didn't actually go down there when he was clearing out Norfair before. And Wreckship so far has had really nothing of value, so see these last couple checks, but
yeah, still nothing.
So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more things to look at in here. Zoast is also opting to skip the Bombos tablet.
They must know something we don't, because it seems like something I would want to check. Yeah. Especially you're walking down here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess Zoast... I think Zoast did K45 earlier on. So it was just fast for him to save and quit there.
Yeah.
But that's still not something I'd want to wait on. Or maybe he's going to go into the Dark World now? I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks
yes,
like
it looks like he is. Okay. So we're going to find out what's here at Bombos.
Careful. Oh,
luckily it was nothing.
Luckily that's nothing.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, and there's the lamp. Okay. So
now,
that puts Boots and High Jump in Logic now. So now we're completely caught up, I think.
I think so, yeah. So Wreckship did pay off, but since he has Fire Rod, lamp isn't really needed. It's just okay. Now we're back to square one, kind of thing.
I mean, my guess is that Andy's gonna head to clear out Norfair after this, and Zoast will probably follow suit after clearing out Desert Palace and picking up his Wave Beam.
Yeah, Andy, you're kind of in the driver's seat here. Gonna need to find.
And one more chance. Luckily, they're not gonna have to come back here with a speed booster, as the reserve tank was just a missile pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like just lamp from Wreckship though. So I believe that means Crocomire does have their progression. I don't know what. Oh, you know what? I don't think either of them did Spike Cave either.
I've not seen the Spike Cave check.
Yeah, and they do have Kane and Brian, and Zoast also has the cape, but the Kane should put that in Logic.
Is Zoast opting to check East Desert Palace? Gonna be upset. See, Andy, I'm thinking where to go as well, but without having checked any of Norfair.
Yeah, he's got to be hitting the Norfair here.
Yeah. That fresh Varia suit.
Mm.
In he goes. Yeah, if you're just joining us, they're kind of retracing each other's steps right now. The only thing we know everything in Bubble Mountain. We do not know what Crocomire has. And since the runners have Wave Beam, that is now in Logic, so that'll be the next new information we get.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Zoast has something else up his sleeve. Because I would imagine he'd go to Wreck Ship pretty soon.
He may. Yeah, he'd probably do that before Crocomire just because he's already cleared out the rest of Norfair. Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna... Oh. No, I think he's going to Norfair. Oh, wow. This is gonna be really good for him then.
Yeah, to not have any progression. Oh, he is going to take Spike Cave.
Oh, yeah.
And then head to Norfair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did remember that he's got the cane and can do it. So this will be new information.
Oh, and they do have access to the first chest in the Hookshot Cave as well. Since you can bonk over to that one.
Mm-hmm. Just some bombs.
Cave, man.
Yeah, had these guys stayed in Logic, they would have really been just kind of hamstrung as like having one item unlock another for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what you want to avoid the most. As a runner, I would argue that that's probably the most important thing is to just not have one item go fetch quest another item, and it just seems like the seed takes forever that way.
Or get some nice double bomb jumps here by Zoast. Those are not easy to do.
Yeah, that was really smooth.
Looks like he is going to head over to the wreck ship, though. So Andy's most likely going to see this Crocomire area first. Andy also still will have that last item in the Tower of Hera and the green pendant on his mind, though, since he did dip out of there a little early after falling at the bomb jump. Does those just skip the first item direct ship?
I didn't see him go in there.
Yeah, I think he did. Oh, Matt.
Hello.
Well, that's not ideal.
Just a time waster.
Yeah.
Not in any danger.
Yeah,
But
not a huge deal for him. Not in any danger of dying
he gets,
of it.
yeah, he gets to pay for it by sitting there watching Fantoon just
I think
layer the blue on him.
accidentally hit that item select button before shooting another missile.
And we got
There's
the
the
flutes.
flute.
Crocomire, so that puts Meyer and Lower Norfair
Yeah.
in logic. I'd never seen the flute like outlined in. It looked like it had a little outline.
Yeah.
It's cool how the sprites.
Yeah, some of the sprites get a little messed up in Super Metroid color palettes.
Can you believe Nintendo didn't account for this? We're finding the gold sword, Crocomire. So 2 for 2 on useful items.
And you're going to utilize another save here, just in case the grapple area has nothing. And you power bombing those blocks away to set up for a Shine Spark that he can't do.
Thinking it for an easier escape, I guess. I don't know. Have you ever grappled across at the top here like you're supposed to?
As a small child, yes, it's impossible.
It is so hard.
It is super hard to hit those the rippers with the grappling beam.
Oh,
You're gonna want to
okay.
keep that.
Yeah,
Not knowing what Meyer needs yet.
Yeah, so now having 2 of the 3 medallions, we know that Quake is going to be required also. So Andy will have all 3 medallions. Andy trying to pull off the impossible. Does not get it, man. So yeah, Crocomire, pretty rich. And a bottle too, so
Yeah.
I mean 4 useful items
Mm-hmm.
and 1 potentially required.
Super rare
Well,
for
2.
Crocomire.
That's true, that's true. So Andy definitely, I think he's got a pretty comfortable lead right now. Because the only thing that Zoast has on Andy at this point is knowledge of Hera and the green pendant.
And Bombos, yeah. The Bombos tablet.
The tablet, correct. Oh yeah, and mushroom as well. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah. And probably Zora and Catfish too.
Okay, yeah, he's still got. So he's
Yeah,
got a
little
lot
up
of
there.
knowledge on him. But Andy says, "Who needs Who needs knowledge when you have the items?"
Zoast is about a spring ball jump up here. What are you doing, Matt? Oh, he's gonna ride the guys.
Nice little break. He's gonna find his lamp here.
Imagine Andy will turn in his bottle of Sick Kid after opening up the bird here.
Yeah, and my guess after that would be Meyer.
Oh. Looks like he's actually gonna go do some of these odd checks that he left off before. Or maybe just the mushroom.
Yeah, I guess since it was so convenient to just do it. So
Yeah.
we'll get some new information here. We got Meyer Shed, Checkerboard Cave, the Meyer Medallion, which is Ether.
Believe so, yeah.
So good thing he went to Crocomire. Or to at least grab the medallion.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ice Rod. So Turtle Rock needs Quake to complete.
Yes, at this point, we're really just looking for Quake, Hookshot, and Gravity. Oh, and Flippers, I guess. Quake, Hookshot, Gravity, Flippers.
Yeah. We still have all of Meridia to check too, so
Oh, yeah.
there's tons more checks to go.
And you cannot swim.
You can't swim. Zero knowledge of the items that he currently has. His entire speed. So yeah, we had vanilla medallions on both of the dungeons.
Looks like Zoast is heading towards Norfair. So we'll likely see him head to Crocomire here too. So he's not going to be too far behind at this point. He's probably Andy definitely does have a little bit of a lead here because Zoast has done several of the one-off overworld checks that Andy is not, like Catfish and Zora. But this race is still pretty dang close.
It's always interesting to see how many of the chests you have to check in Meyer, just because the back half is so far, it's out of the way. And if you draw the big key early and get a small key, you can just head on down to Viddy.
Crocodile wall jump, I love it.
Just enough magic there for Andy. Yes, he does draw the big key.
Not the big key there. Yeah, with both items still large though. I like the option to head to the back here. I'm not gonna want to leave anything to chance.
In all likelihood, probably, unless they pull flippers or gravity, gonna have to go to Lower Norfair after this.
Yeah, Andy did get the shovel from Checkerboard Cave, so that is another little fetch quest to do at some point, but I would very much expect him to just head straight from Mire into Lower Norfair.
Meyer making him work really hard for these items. Getting every key.
Oh, nice screen gate glitch there by Zoast.
Yeah, gonna save him one IBJ going this way.
Mm-hmm.
Finding Sankheart at just the right time. Down to 2 hearts. Probably wasn't worried, but we'll welcome it.
Oh.
Valiant effort there to grab the Ripper.
Man. God.
I wish I could do that, man.
Like, even setting up a bomb jump while jumping out towards the ledge you want to get to is hard enough, but setting up a double like that, that's just insane.
Yeah.
It's a really nice spring ball into deboost there by Zoast. Gets halfway across the room, sees it's a rupee, and then just deboosts back. And you know what? I would not be surprised if Zoast just lava dove here.
Being this close.
Knowing that the flute is his progression. Looks like he is going to head to Link the Past, though. I kind of like the idea of lava diving here. But...
Maybe he's had enough of being out of logic. All right, some more info here. Having the blue boomerang behind Golden Chorizo.
Space or space jump locked?
And just gonna opt to not fight him.
Yeah, having the flute, I like this option. With just Charge Ice and Wave, you don't really want to have to spend all your supers killing Gold Chorizo.
Yeah, it's got to be faster than killing him with supers and then farming him back. And
Yeah.
he is going to get a nice refill here, so he'll be set for Lower
So
Norfair.
he'll just refill and then head back into Link to the Past and Flute too. the Meyer area and head back into Lorne Warfare, and then just forget about GT completely.
See, this is more the cool routing options you get with this combo randomizer. Being able to save and reset and go back to your ship and refill, and just utilizing the flute to use the backdoor warps. It's really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you haven't tried this yet, definitely check out the link that's being posted in chat on where to find information on how to play this ROM hack and join the community.
Actually, hold on. Oh no, this isn't logic because they have bombs, so they cannot be
bombs.
up there. Yeah. It's like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to spring ball jump up here. But this is just going to be faster for them to do than IBJing all the way up. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe not. No, he was completely fine if he had gotten the spring ball jump. With high jump, it goes really high.
Doing the short charge with no speed booster. Having screw attack here really helping clearing out those pirates.
Oh yeah.
And this is a 2-pixel window to get up there with high jump.
With high jump, it's not too difficult with high jump. I know without high jump, it's incredibly hard. It's a very, very tight window.
I didn't even think it was possible without high jump. I thought you needed it. It is? Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very tight. Yeah, with high jump's not too bad, though. Ooh,
all right.
There the flippers are.
So that puts ice and swamp.
Yeah,
you can't beat
first half of swamp.
Yeah, I can't beat it, but you can at least get in.
Mm-hmm.
A nice ricochet shot.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that.
Never seen that before.
And having 50 plus supers here heading into Ridley will make quick work of him. As he takes 30 super missiles.
Yeah. Yeah, Ridley takes double damage from supers for some reason, so they do 600 instead of 300 to him.
Ridley not hiding much today. So yeah, I would expect to see... Well, he's got flippers, so he can do Iced Palace, so... Progression not required to be on the way out.
Yeah, flippers may be the only thing down here.
What is the key for getting through that that clip where you're crouched? Does it just get into the spot and jump?
So you spin jump towards the spot, and then you have to like cancel your spin jump with an angle when you're in the little hole there.
Okay. Wonder how I ever got it once, because I did not know you had to angle.
Yeah, it's sort of similar to the one in Wreck ship. The one in Wreck ship you can just kind of hold an angle and then just spin jump into it though.
That must have been why I was able to get it. Okay.
Ooh, nice half magic pickup. Never required, but always nice to have.
Absolutely. This helps you, since you have more items at your disposal, you can use magic in places you wouldn't normally.
Mm-hmm.
Fire rod mostly.
We'll see if Zoast decides to fight the gold threes or not. Looks like you will.
Finds the magic spot. Can't be touched. Getting as many items on the screen as he can. Succeeding.
Yeah.
Just gonna farm back his
these
ammo.
balls. Wow, these are nice super drops.
Whoa.
Holy cow!
Jeez. I guess it's, yeah, it's faster than farming off the guys.
That's not bad at all.
Off the rippers.
I don't think that GT has that high of a chance. Like, it's not a super low chance for those balls to drop supers, but it's nowhere near what he got there.
Nowhere near 90%.
Yeah.
Let's see, Zoast go for the spring ball jump here, or will he just...
No,
like he's just gonna IBJ.
Double bomb jump up. And you'll probably a Dice Palace here. Oh, this also opens up the hobo and the waterfall cave as well, yeah.
I guess they only really need Quake and Gravity and Hookshot, so 3 items.
I don't think Andy was even ever in the Zora area, so he doesn't know that the ledge item is nothing either. So he may opt to to head over to Waterfall Cave and then do Zora after this.
Yeah, the Lake Island was arrows. They checked that. That was like the first check of the seed. So you can look at it by jumping off of the ledge right at the start. Yeah, the runners are very even item-wise. Zoast is about to find these flippers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're, one of them does not really have an item advantage over the other at this point. Andy using his hover skills to not bomb jump there. Save a lot of time later in the palace.
Andy?
Got away from him there. With the big key, you'll be able to check the big chest here. They found one item. Ice Palace has 3. And all the chests, all the other chests besides Cold Stare now, kind of on the other side of the palace, so you'd have to take a big detour.
Nice X Factor there to start the Ridley fight by Zoast. Yeah, he's just gonna blow all his ammo in this fight. Very nice fight. Yeah, so each beam has a special beam combo with power bombs. The wave beam combo is really the only one that's useful. The ice beam combo, I know it used to get used in the low percent ice category. I'm not sure if it still does or not.
I've used the plasma special shot too. It's like the 4 circles that kind of go around you. I actually used it on Ridley. I don't even know how much damage it does, if it's even worth doing.
It's not.
Okay, it just looks cool, I guess.
I think, at least for ice, or for the ice beam combo, each particle of that does the full damage of 1 ice charge shot. So they do 90 each. But for some reason, the wave charge combo do 300 per particle hit.
Oh wow!
So it does 1200 damage total when all 4 hit, which is kind of crazy because wave charge only does like 150 normally, I think.
So that was all 3 items.
Mm-hmm.
In ice, so Cold Stare is not going to have anything. It's been really neat to just see that their routing has kind of been similar. They chose like one direction at a different time, like Andy doing Wreck Ship a little earlier, Zoast going out of logic to do Nora Fair. But other than that, like really haven't straight off the path too much. Just
Yeah.
doing some more overworld checks to, and that's kind of the difference here.
But not finding anything in Ice Palace here. Andy may be forced into some of those overworld checks now. So we could easily see them close the gap here.
Yeah, it's gonna. I guess it's gonna depend if he wants to, if he's gonna go into Swamp Palace without Hookshot.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a big decision.
And that's probably going to be one of the last things he would do. Imagine he'll go to Hobo from here and then to the Waterfall Cave in Zora. And then I think neither of them still have checked the shovel. So there's also that. But Andy also has the Bombos tablet and Catfish that he hasn't done. I'm not sure if there's anything else. But if it isn't, if nothing is in the Waterfall Cave, then we know it's either Shovel or Swamp Palace that has the progression. And he may be going to Swamp Palace right now. I might do Bombo's tablet first, but
yeah.
oh no, he's gonna go do Catfish and the Zora checks with that.
Yeah.
Okay. And looks like Zoast is gonna head over and use that shovel.
Yeah, new information on the right.
Yeah, so depending on where this next item is, this is still easily anyone's race. Oh, green rupee from the shovel.
Yeah, and the frustration mega dig on the way out. Just doing it some more, yeah. Use that shovel. It doesn't get used too often.
Where are we headed? Probably to Ice Palace.
Yeah, I may check Hobo now.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
Alright, what's in the Waterfall Cave? Nothing. Alright.
Absolutely.
So it's gotta be Swamp then. But with all these other overworld checks that Andy still hasn't done, I'm not sure if Zeus may be able to close the gap here.
Yeah, it's just how much of the overworld is he willing to do before going into Swamp. Did we find all 3 checks in Eastern? All 3 items?
I believe, yeah, Andy did clear Eastern earlier, I think.
Okay, he did. Okay.
I believe so. Maybe he didn't know, because he only has the one pendant. So, I guess they must have found all 3 then. All 3 items at least.
Well, they had the bow when they went in, so I'm sure they would have
Yeah.
cleared it had they not.
Now Zoast knows it's either Ice Palace or Swamp at this point. Because he has done everything else. And I think... yeah, it looks like Andy's heading towards Swamp. Possibly go to Bombos first, if he remembers he hasn't done it. Oh, Armos did have an item. Okay, so he just didn't do Armos.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, well, there's always that then. Yeah, it looks like he is going to head over to Bombos. Still curious why he didn't do it with the purple chest, but...
And we do have the one bottom chest in the hookshot cave that could be
Oh,
something.
that's true. Oh, and he hasn't done Spike Cave either.
We've seen Spike Cave, but yeah, he may
Yeah.
go check. He may go check that. It might be where he's going now.
Yeah. Man, this is getting close.
Yeah, it's just really he's gonna pull that item first.
If it's actually in Swamp, so the only thing Zoast hasn't done in the overworld then is the first item in Hookshot Cave. And I'm not at all surprised that Andy's putting off Swamp without Hookshot until last. Swamp is never a dungeon you want to have to double dip into. So you have to open it up every time. Not there. Oh. May have remembered Hookshot Cave?
Hello?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, this looks like that's where we're at. Or Hera. I mean, he didn't find that item. And the pendant.
Oh yeah, he hasn't done Hera either. Oh my god.
Man.
Oh no.
He's falling into the Hera trap.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll remember Hookshot Cave. Although that's really just, I mean, they've already been there once too. And he can hover, so
he is doing
Hera. All right.
Holy cow, man.
So now this is going to be really close because Zoast is going to... This is all lost time for Andy. And we know that. He doesn't know that. Which means he's also going to check Sahasrahla, green pendant. So that's just another, 45 seconds that he's going to reel off.
Yeah.
Zoast is probably going to...
This is nuts, man.
So Zoast, he could either do Hookshot Cave, one chest, or go into Swamp with potential 4 chests. And I think he's got to go to Swamp at that point.
Yeah. It's just so awful to... Man. It's so awful to put it off. I mean, or to go in there without the hook shot. To go in
without hook shot.
But...
And what do you think, like... Since there are, 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 chests you can get, plus the big key if you find the big key.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I see what you're saying, though, but... I
hate Swamp Palace, period. With or without the hookshot, I hate it. But, it's gotta be the play.
Yeah, I think we're gonna find either Gravity... So, it could be Gravity in Swamp. Yeah. And then you're gonna have to find the hookshot in Meridia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're basically tied now. There's no way Andy doesn't turn that in.
Yeah. And Gravity could also be in Turtle Rock, so... We're gonna find one of them very soon, though.
Oh my goodness!
He's gonna go to Hookshot Cave.
Oh yeah, okay. And Andy will probably hover all of Hookshot Cave, see what else is in there.
Yeah. And we still need Quake too. So there's a few items that really are holding these runners back.
Okay, Zoast, where's it gonna be?
Swamp's got Gravity. That's what I'm calling.
Where to?
Oh!
It's just 50 rupees. It's a swamp. Is he gonna get anything from Hookshot Cave though?
Ooh. Oh, the speed booster. So he does get something that really helps.
So the only thing that's going to unlock for them is the waterway and the right side of the climb supers and criteria, which neither of them have looked at.
Yeah.
But he knows that's not in logic, so there's no way he doesn't go to Swamp.
Yeah. At this point,
They have to.
That's going to be really nice though for Meridio when he does find gravity.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And if Zoast probably not going to go do that. I'm not sure if he hovers that well, but
at this point, if you're rooting for Zoast, you gotta hope the hook shot's just in Swamp, because that's gonna lead him up there.
Yeah.
And then, like, maybe Gravity's on the right side of the climb or something.
Yeah, this is getting really intense. I'm starting to feel like the race kind of coming together here is who's going to win.
Yeah.
Or at least get another leg up.
It's not the first chest.
No, that's not a good start at all. You're just running out of stuff to check here. So you're gonna get two items at least, and now both of them in Swamp.
Yeah, if it's Gravity in here, that's huge for Andy.
Yeah, as I don't even know if Zoast is gonna head up that way without you're not gonna head that way without hookshot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my eyes are just glued to the screen right now. So we're watching just as intently as all of you are. Oh man, Supers.
God, it's on left side of Swamp. God. Oh.
It could be Quake too, you know, like
What side's it gonna be on left side? Maybe they'll go down different sides, I don't know.
Yeah. Possibilities are endless. Team left. I'm going with team left. Who's on team left with me?
Always go left first.
I mean, getting Quake isn't really that bad. Like, they're gonna have to have something. Like, it's gonna be Quake, Hookshot, or Gravity.
It has to be.
Those are the three options at this point for what it could be.
Don't think there's any more fetch quest items to find. That's just it. Oh, it's right side.
Wow. Let down by team left. If Andy goes to the right,
that's going to be a vanilla big key.
And then it's a race back to the chest.
Vanilla big key into vanilla hook shot.
Andy is going left.
Always left first, man. Gotta do it.
What?
What?
What? What are we missing? Eastern? Last item in Eastern?
Pedestal?
We checked pedestal. It was
we did. It's the last item in Eastern. It's the last item in Eastern.
Yeah, it's Armos. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This whole time.
Oh no.
They're gonna be so mad. Because now, yep, Zoast is going hookshot cave.
Yeah.
Andy has now checked everything.
Holy cow.
He realizes it's in Eastern.
Yep. Yeah, he knows.
Yep.
Wow.
I got chills. What a race. Down to the last check. So what's it going to be? Which one? Which one do you
Oh,
think it's going to be? It could really be any of them. I guess the one that he hadn't checked this yet either. So, does he remember?
yeah. I'm
Easter?
sure he's got to remember. Yeah, he knows.
Okay, he does. All right. Yeah. So, let's see.
Wow. I can't believe he didn't finish this when he was here earlier. After doing pod. Man. Like, knowing that there's an item on Armos and just, I don't know. You're already here.
Neither of them had the lamp at the time, so maybe. I mean, not that you can't do it, but
Yeah, no, it'd be...
it's a pendant dungeon, out of logic.
Oh, and Zoast is not going to get the speed booster here. Going to... Okay, he's going to flute to 5, probably. Please flute to 5. Okay, they both know. They both know.
That's good. They didn't forget that our boy Armos is holding the keys.
And this is still just incredibly close. And he does have the speed booster from Hookshot Cave. So Zoast is really going to need this to not be Gravity Suit. That's going to be an absolute disaster.
Yeah, I guess Zoast would want Quake to show up. Or Hookshot,
Quake or Hookshot.
Which leads to Quake. I guess you want Gravity last for Zoast, so that he may check for a speed booster.
Yeah, I think you'd want Hookshot to lead to Quake from Swamp.
Yeah, it is possible that we find trying to think, Hookshot first and not Gravity, because there's still a couple checks. Or there's one, the Criteria Supers check is in play with Speed Booster now, but even though it is out of logic. And there it is, it's Quake. So Quake does unlock Total Rock and the 5 checks in that dungeon, as well as Mimic Cave. So 6 more checks and a required crystal, which will then open Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
So total of 8 checks now in play. And give our runners a little direction. It's just so funny that neither of them did this after both being in here and doing pod.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think Zoast have the mirror when he came to. He must have.
Yeah, I think both of them had the mirror.
Yeah. He definitely had already cleared out Eastern earlier. Besides Armos, though.
I think. Oh, so Zoast did not have the bow when he came here. When he came to Eastern, because he found it. They both found it in Super Metroid, and Zoast did this early. He did Sass early.
Yeah. And
the Dead Rocks on Team Zoast. Now, I'll see what the entry time is for these 2 runners into Turtle Rock. And see what kind of lead we're talking about here. All right, so 225.08 for Andy entering TR. And there's a couple of decisions you can make in here. Whether you want to go to the big chest Mimic Cave for a key, or to check those out. I would assume that they're going to, if they don't find the progression early.
Oh, absolutely,
Probably just full clear all of this because they're already here, and they still need 2 more items.
Yeah.
No hook shot, Andy. So he's gonna have to do this again, and hopefully not use all of his magic.
Yeah.
I think he does have a green potion though. And
Looks like they're
6:07, so
apart.
about 1 minute difference between the runners here.
Andy giving away free time in this room.
Yeah, taking the scenic route. I think that's actually the intended way. The intended way to ride around there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one of our items in Turtle Rock. So Zoast realizing that he does not have the hook shot, so he's going to gain probably about 20 seconds back on
Yeah.
Andrew.
Is that too early to hit those two? No, he's fine, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is really going to depend on what's here.
I think
Andy
he'd
really wants
rather,
this to be gravity.
if you find hookshot though, then you have a go mode Meridia. Whereas if you
Yeah.
find gravity, then you're gonna have to check a lot in
Mhm.
Meridia to find the hookshot.
Yeah.
So I think for speed's sake, I don't know. I think both of the runners also think that they're losing this race.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, last locationing pendant Armos for the
Yeah.
item is
Yeah. Not having the big key, or the big key being in the normal chest, is kind of eliminates all the options that they could have taken. They could have skipped that chest had they gotten big key early. But
nice double kill on the pokies. Yeah, so Andy, I'm sure knows that Zoast is not very comfortable hovering. Probably does not have that speed booster. So I would assume that he's really hoping that this is going to be gravity suit, and not the hook shot.
whole lot of nothing there. In the Mimic Cave. It looks like Laser Bridge is going to have our progression, or Trinex himself.
Yeah, and if gravity and hookshot both show up in Turtle Rock, Andy definitely still has the advantage with the speed booster, and I doubt Zoast would even go into hookshot cave at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
But it would not be nearly as bad as only finding gravity here.
Really making us wait it out.
Where is the progression? Oh my god. It's gonna be on Trinex. Or it's gonna be in the water, or the pyramid cave.
Oh my goodness.
It might just be in...
yeah, there's one item left in Turtle Rock. having the gold sword really helps here on Trinex. This makes it really fast.
Yeah, really nice zero cycle on Trinex there.
What a fight, man. The textbook. Alright. Here it is. What? It's a bottle!
Gotta be in the pyramid cave. Oh my lord.
Man.
God.
Hookshot and gravity in the pyramid. It's got it. Like, there's nothing else. at
No,
this point.
they've done everything else that they can. In and out of logic.
Yeah.
Besides doing Suitless Meridia, but no one wants to do Suitless Meridia.
Yeah, definitely not gonna have to do that.
Ooh, nice little trick there to take damage, to be able to dash with the bomb there. And again.
Yeah. Great movement there by Andy. Saving lots of time. Even if he goes the wrong way, still saving time.
Oh,
Hey!
gravity suit with no hook shot.
Alright.
It's a disaster for Zoast.
Yeah. That really sucks for Zoast with no speed.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that you do just go backdoor Meridia at this point.
Oh, absolutely,
and, And yeah, take out Dragon. Probably come back to Link to the Past and finish that, and then go back into SM. Is there a benefit doing one before the other? Or finishing one game before the other?
No, not really. I think a lot of people will generally finish Link to the Past first, just because you can reset straight to the ship and refill ammo and health if you need to for Torian. But it's not a huge deal either way, I don't think. Not the hookshot. So hookshot is not going to be speed locked. So we'll be able to get it wherever it is in Meridia. Just gonna depend. Could be at our old pal Shack Tool. It is an option. And depending on where this hookshot is, this isn't necessarily over for Zoast. If it is at Shack Tool and Andy decides to not check it, or something like Plasma, and he decides to put that off until last, and Zoast goes there right away, that's speed's not gonna. It's gonna help, but it's not gonna make up, you know, that much time.
Sure.
In Torian, so
Yeah.
it's a classic Josh Park right there.
Great fight by Andy. We can get some blue suit.
So if Andy's a smart boy here, I don't know why he used that spark there. But if he's a smart boy here, he's not going to be checking anything with speed locked in Meridia. So he's not going to care about the Aqueduct or the mainstream missile pack.
Is plasma beam check in logic at all?
Yes, they do have screw attack.
Yeah, screw would do that. Okay.
How did I expect him to get out? I expected him to gravity jump and use the spark across the Coliseum, where it's much more useful.
Well, Zoast out of missiles. Can't take him down.
Andy,
Yeah, this is
hookshot's
not in
up here.
logic.
It's not up here. What are you doing?
He really just wants to say he checked everything.
So it looks like Andy's gonna check the pits here. He may go to Shack Tool as well. See what Zeus decides to do after going behind Dragon here. What are you power bombing?
Thought he was on the right, I suppose.
Oh,
there it
and there's
is.
the hook shot in the right pit.
All right. Good guess by Andy, too. Save you a lot of time by guessing the right side first. Now he is go mode.
Yes.
Well, just where we expected it to be. In the sand pits.
And looks like Zoast is heading down that way as well, so he should get it shortly here. Yeah, this is still pretty close. Obviously, ending having that speed is an advantage, and will continue to be through Torian and the escape. But this is still a very close race. One super left.
Hidden one missile.
Man, Zoast has no ammo.
So yeah, if he checks right side,
Yeah, I'm sure he
he'll
will.
know where to go.
Oh no, where are you going?
Oh,
He's going to the beach first, and probably reset from there.
yeah. Which, I mean, honestly, it's not a bad decision at all.
Yeah,
there's three checks
no,
up here.
There's no good way to route Meridia, honestly. This place just sucks, so can't really fault him for doing this, but it's just unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. He's opting not to reset and just take the walk back.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if he's gonna
Yeah,
do
that's
Mama
interesting.
Turtle or
Yeah, he might go all the way down into start of Meridia here.
yeah, he still has the reset option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like that is his plan.
Yeah.
Probably
knows
check
that.
the check the crab supers and then head to Mama Turtle.
Yeah,
Or head
exactly.
to Mama Turtle first here. Not really expecting Andy to be opening any chests here in Swamp. The only quality of life thing that, well, I guess Plasma would be nice to find, but again, not really required. They got plenty of ammo to not have to charge shot Mother Brain down. Space Jump would be nice to find, but again, not really required. So
Yeah, especially with most of Super Metroid completed. Space Jump not really going to do much for you at this point. Especially since Andy has speed, getting out of escape. That's going to cost Zoast a lot of time just on escape, having to take the long way around.
yeah. Yeah, it would be in his best interest to stop by the Hookshot Cave on his way to Ganon's castle, but very, very unlikely. And even if if he does end up going in there before Ganon's castle, it's not going to be a good feeling pulling the speed booster, because he's probably going to assume that Andy had hovered that at some point. And both of our runners are in go mode now.
I think even like the way that this race shaped up was like, you know, had somebody beaten Armos and gotten Quake, you know, they're probably not going to Turtle Rock until they've exhausted a lot of the other options anyway.
Yeah, I think, being able to full clear Turtle Rock instead of going into Swamp is probably something that happens.
Yeah, I would say they would have done that first before Swamp, but you know, a lot of the other single one-off checks that they did kind of in the late stages may not have happened. So
And again, for Zoast, just a really unfortunate placement for that speed booster. Because as you could tell, this race was almost dead tied finding Quake at Armos, and that was the last location for both of them. So both playing equally well in both games up until that point. Oh yeah, get your guesses in. What chest do you think? What check do you think the big key's going to be in against Tower?
I'll go with 7.
Go. 22. I want a close race. Need the time back. It's gonna be Tile Room, and Zoast is gonna go there first. Never mind, there's no key on the right side.
Double fire bar. Here it is. All right, 7's out. Or actually, I guess that's 8. Count the torch. So that was 12.
In the rando room. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, 12 including the
Mhm.
torch. Yeah. Apparently we don't know. It was 13. Oh yeah, there's the chest with the fire snakes.
Oh, yeah.
Forget about that one.
Yeah.
13. 13 is the winner. With a good arrow shot there on the Stalfos. It's really hard to connect.
Yeah. Pretty smooth gauntlet overall by Andy there.
Very well done on the Lamola. I wouldn't even know how to clear that room if I didn't have the Cane of Samaria. If you can't kill them all at once, are you really killing them at all?
I don't remember how I did that as a kid. Probably used ether just to see the floor, but
Andy just wanting to item dash there, apparently. He's a little low on health. I don't know. I wouldn't want to go to Ganon with 3.5 hearts.
well,
Come on.
he's gonna be fine. He knows what he's doing.
I didn't think about holding the wall there while the conveyor belt is trying to move you. It's pretty smart. Alright, he's got 4.5.
I think you can actually take a hug from Ganon with Red Mail 4. Oh, and Plasma.
That's a pretty nice
Good spot.
validation find, yeah. Now just using charge shots on Mother Brain is pretty nice to do.
Yeah,
Not have to worry about ammo at all.
Whatever these times end up being, again, this happens a lot with the combo randomizers, where this was an incredibly close race for, you know, the last 2.5 hours of it, or the first 2.5 hours of it, even more so. And it's just because these runners are both very, very skilled in both of these games. So definitely give them a follow if you're enjoying what you see here, because they're definitely deserving of it.
Zoast is taking the going straight to Armos here.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I think,
disappointed.
You know, if I think both of them probably felt like they were behind, but this is definitely, like, just full right side is definitely a play you might want to do if you feel behind in the match.
Sure.
Just take the chance that, you know, it's just either at right side or Armos, but.
I find Space Jump here. I mean, it's out there, but we did not. Making quick work of Ganon with
Absolutely.
Gold Sword, now Silver Arrows, just no contest.
Ooh, no triple. Ooh, nice though. Got all 4 arrows in with one cycle from that torch. Very nice. And you were scared of him dying again.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, just a single G. Beat one of the games. All he has left is Mother Brain and the escape to wrap up the race tier.
Malzo's gonna be pulling his big key here.
Great speeds spring ball through the rocks there.
Mm-hmm.
These rooms in Turian always look so smooth when you just fly through the Metroids and time the beams and missiles at the same time. This is really a joy to watch. Especially this room. I think I watched you, Ivan, practice this for, I don't know, I might have watched you for 20 minutes or so practice that one room with the lava.
Yeah, these rooms are always super entertaining to see people do correct. Well, I want to say correctly.
Quickly.
Yeah, quickly is the word I'm looking for. There's some really cool strats in the Metroid Room Centaurian. They're always nice to watch. Ooh. Andy gonna get the skip?
He's
good. Oh, it's getting close. Those last two jumps were a little close, but yeah, he does end up getting it. Good job. A little scary there, the last couple.
Yeah,
I guess
having.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Zoast having a pretty good game in this tower, just cruising through now.
I see. I guess that makes up for making Craig stand up. I'll forgive you.
He's gonna go for Zeb skip here. Can't get the spin jump. Got it.
Did he go for the speed booster skip?
Speed booster skip?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it.
I didn't see if he actually went for it. No, Zoast didn't make Craig stand up. Andy did. He didn't even go for it? Unbelievable.
Your Mother Brain not going to take too many shots here from full beam combo. And Andy having over 10 full energy tanks. Not much of a threat. Plasma was validation chest.
And you're not going to be going for stand-up here. It's not a bad idea to skip this at this point. I don't know how comfortable he's doing it, but I'm sure he still certainly feels behind.
Yeah,
and you don't want to be self-blocking the game at this point.
Yeah, he's probably looking over his shoulder, you know, at IRC, expecting Zoast to dot done at any moment. That's as soon as you played for 3 hours, especially against, you know, both
absolutely
playing against each other. Hitting the 3 hour mark, I've got to feel like they're about to lose the race at any moment. So.
Yeah, no, I go through the same stuff when I race Andy. I think the last time we raced, I think he died to Mother Brain or something, or he died to Lower Norfair or something, and it was getting close to 3 hours, and I just kept looking over like, how is he not done yet?
Yeah.
Why isn't he done? Just put me out of my misery.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on now.
This is one of my favorite finishes in any video game is the Super Metroid final Phase 3 fight of Mother Brain without saying anything. This game is like has like really hit all the emotions, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just, like, one of my favorite moments as a kid was just wailing on Mother Brain with the Hyper Beam.
Oh, yeah.
It just feels so good. Sure, Andy's heart is beating fast right now.
Oh yeah. See, that's it doesn't matter who I don't think it matters who you're playing, but especially against someone like Zoast. Like, I think in me and Andy's match a couple weeks ago, I was like going up the climb at the end, and I was like, "There's just no way."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how this is happening, but like, I got on the ship and I got done, and I had to like stand up and go outside. So I was like shaking. It was real bad.
I believe it.
But yeah, I'm sure he's feeling some nerves as he's climbing this here.
And there it is.
Yeah, finishing with an official SRL time of 3:02:03. GG to Andy.
Yeah, GG. And Zoast seeing his defeat, forfeiting from the race. But good game to both of these guys. Just
Absolutely,
really had a
fantastic race.
tough seed for both of them. Just getting the Quake in the last location that they could have checked was pretty rough. So
I know Andy has another tournament match coming up. We'll see if he shows up for an interview. Oh, he's here. Hello, Andy.
He is here.
Hello.
Congratulations. You won.
Thanks. What a dumb seed.
Yeah. That was something. So for like the first hour and 10 or something, you guys were just so far out of logic. Like both of you were just completely out of logic with everything you were doing, and we were just trying to figure out what was gonna, give you hand fly to put the pieces back together. Because you shouldn't have had the bow or the mirror or the book, or it was just the boots. Everything was just horribly out of logic, but it all came together.
Yeah, what a terrible place for the lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. We were just, I was really wondering when you guys were going to go over to Reg Ship. We talked about how like there was nothing ever in Reg Ship of value, and that you were going to do everything else. And turns out the lamp was there, and that's what put most of the stuff into logic. But then like just kind of walk us through what you were thinking when, you're checking the last 20 things that you checked, dipping into Swamp looking for progression, and then not finding it. Did you have Armos in the back of your mind? Or Eastern Armos?
I figured if something was there that I lost, so I was saving it for last.
Gotcha.
And so I got Quake, and I'm like, well, I hope Zoast did the same thing I did, or else this is a blowout.
Yeah, he actually went to Eastern before even going to South Shore really early on. So he cleared all that out and then just left Armos for last as well. But you guys were... I think you were probably like 20 or 25 seconds apart getting... Well, maybe closer to a minute getting Quake. But you had hovered to get the speed booster, and he had not. So it was just a game of if he finds the hook shot before gravity suit, then we might have a really, really close race on our hands, and if not, it might just be a little bit of a blowout at the end. But
yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
I was like, when I went to Turtle Rock, I'm like, just don't give me a hook shot. That's all I want. No hook shot in here. And then there was nothing in there. So once there wasn't anything in Turtle Rock, I figured that I would have a little bit of an advantage, and then I got hookshot like my first check in Meridia after Dragon, so I felt pretty good, assuming Zoast didn't get Quake super early like I could have.
Yeah, and you still had a fair lead going into Meridia, but he actually saved in the aqueduct room and then went to check the beach and grab Subarus and Mama Turtle, and then reset back to the pits before getting hookshot.
I thought about doing that, but I figured if I check I guess either way, I figured if it was in the pits, it'd be faster to just get and leave
Right,
off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, that turned out to be like the big play at the end, was just first checking hookshot after killing Dragon.
Oh, so when you went down to the purple chest, I think you mirrored to do cave 45, and then I didn't see. Did you just jump off without going back to the dark world there?
Yep.
Okay.
I
That was an
forgot
accident,
I had
right?
the book.
Okay,
It was on purpose, and I jumped off, and I'm like, oh crap, I have the
Mhm.
book, whatever. I was planning on routing in desert after purple chest anyways.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just forgot I had the book, and then I was like, well, I'll take Bombo's tablet before desert, or before swamp.
hmm
But it was an interesting scene for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I played it pretty decently, minus not beating Armos the first time.
Yeah, and there were a couple points. I think at the point of getting the flute from Crocomire, you definitely had a little bit of a lead, and then by the time you guys got the Quake, you were basically completely tied, just because you hadn't done some overworld stuff that Zoast had. But he got into Crocomire's area a little later than you and picked up the flute, and we were talking like, oh, Zoast is Zoast, and he could very well like well, it's the flute that's going to get me to Mire. I could just lava dive.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping he did. Just when
Yeah,
I found out Mire was Ether, I was like, oh, I hope Zoast lava dive. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, no, he cleared out the Crocomire area, but he just decided to go activate his flute anyway. Instead of just going to look for.
Yeah, this was a big game. Pretty much win and make brackets, or have a chance to, and lose and don't. So
Yeah, so I still don't understand exactly how it's gonna work, but you are 4-1 now, so I
think I'm guaranteed at least a chance.
yeah.
I think the 4-1 that got down matched to a 3-1 that got down matched has to lose to the 2-2. And I think a 4-1 that got matched up also has to, or a 3-1 that got matched up also has to lose to a 4-0.
Right.
And have 3 and 2s have a chance, but I don't actually know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. But you should hopefully make it into brackets at this point. So, yeah. Good luck to you in the future parts of the tournament.
I gotta get Team Farts that W after second place in last tournament.
Yeah.
I need to go stand up. I have another tournament race in like 20 minutes. So.
Figured. Yeah, GG's, man. It was a fun race to watch.
GG.
All right, well, I think that's gonna do it here. Where is the schedule? Hold on. I think there's another match tonight. There is on Speed Gaming 4 in I think just under an hour. We've got Evil Sparky versus Link Force, and then the rest of the matches are tomorrow and Sunday. I think that's going to be all for us on this channel, but if you want to see more SMZ3, Speed Gaming 4, just under an hour.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, Ivan. It was a lot of fun. Saw a good race at least, so we'll do it again sometime.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this with me.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed the call and the race, and we'll see you next time.
Farewell.